TBT got started on Saturday night in Lexington. The Louisville alums got off to a quick start and made a late comeback. But during the Elam ending, an out-of-bounds play dunk by Daryl Morcell led the Kentucky alums to victory. Now it's game 2 from Louisville.
You know, with this Kentucky-Louisville rivalry, it's always going to be a fight. No matter how much you up, how much you down, it's always going to be a fight. So we knew they was going to make a run to come back, but we just had to stick together and figure out a way to win.
Many a house divided across the Commonwealth. They meet tonight. We're ready for game number 2 in this best-of-3 series from Freedom Hall in Louisville. As the Kentucky alumni and the Louisville alumni go head-to-head, Kentucky won game 1 in Lexington on Saturday. TBT 2026 getting rolling. This is the alumni side of the bracket. There are 8 alumni teams meeting in best-of-3 series. As we mentioned, this is game 2 for us. Later tonight here on FS1, Wichita State, the defending champs, open their run toward a potential second title at home against New Mexico, Syracuse, Seton Hall, Kansas State. Tomorrow, 6 non-alumni teams meet in Vegas starting on Wednesday. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Game 2. Bob Rathman, Mike Bray, great to have you with us here tonight. And we watched the Kentucky alums pull that one out of the fire during the Elam ending. TBT has a special rule that for these alumni teams, you get to put 4 portal players on your roster. 4 guys that did not go to your school. And Mike, those portal players carried Kentucky over the finish line.
The portal signees for Kentucky were fabulous. They scored, as we know, Bob, but they also really defended. And when you let a shooter like Sean McNeil get started early, then you've got to deal with them the rest of the game. And Daryl Morcell was a flat-out winner. And how about that read of an out-of-bounds under? Slip, dunk, game over.
But Louisville did make a remarkable comeback. They were down 17 in the second half, and this is the man that got him back in the ball game.
Well, Montrez woke up, and just in time, he got running the floor. How about that recovery and a block shot, a finish, and he had a 3 to finish it.
And Montrez Harrell ready to go. Louisville looking to square this series, and if they do, we'll be back in Lexington for the deciding game on Wednesday night. When we come back, tonight's starting lineups at Freedom Hall, the Cats and the Cards, TBT style, next. The alumni teams of Louisville and Kentucky set to square off at Freedom Hall, and time to welcome in the third member of our crew. Here's Jen Hale.
Bob, these Wildcat alums have a string of bad luck to overcome tonight if they want to close things out right now. First of all, depth at point guard. They're going to be extremely thin. Archie Goodwin expected to arrive yesterday. He did not make it. This on top of Quade Green's surprise departure from the tournament as well. And then on the other side of the lineup, big man Willie Cauley-Stein re-injured his left foot, tweaked it during Saturday's game. This is really reigniting a 2019 injury, a torn ligament, but he's in a great deal of pain. He's been in in a walking boot since Saturday to try to take weight off of it. Round-the-clock therapy, stem, ultrasound, icing to try to be ready to go tonight. This is his final professional tournament, so you know, guys, he wants to leave it all on the court for Kentucky, but do expect him to be limited.
Jim, thank you. Let's check the starting lineups for tonight's game. For La Familia, the Kentucky alums, the big man from Maryland, Darryl Morrisell, had 17, including the game winner that we showed you just a moment ago. Also, Chris Coffey with Whitney moving into the starting lineup with Maynard Bell and Andrew Harrison. Louisville counters, and of course, everything evolves around Montrezl Harrell.
Well, let's see if Louisville can get off to a better start here at home with their crowd behind them.
The Ville in white, La Familia in blue. They meet again. This is their third matchup in TBT. The Kentucky alums have won the first two and lead this best of three, 1-0. Strong move by Joseph Lewis. La Familia on the break. Morrisell goes cross-court, catch and shoot for Maynard Bell to open the night.
Little bit too clean a look early, but a pass ahead in transition, and that's how Kentucky got going down in Lexington. They ran.
We noticed, Mike, in game one in Lexington, and if you were with us, you saw the Louisville alums. They got off to a good start, but then things bogged down for them offensively, trying to get Montrezl Harrell going a little bit earlier in this one. Nice drive to the basket by David Johnson.
Great drive and some movement offensively before you put your head down and go against that Kentucky defense.
Kentucky won the glass in Lexington by 3. They shot 41% from the floor in victory. Morrisell dives in, and a big-time jam follow. Chris Coffey.
Chris Coffey has been just an energizer for this team.
Malik Williams, he gets right to the hole.
He told me at shoot-around, I'm going to get going tonight, Coach. I got here early.
Well, he was all cramped up from that plane ride.
He was.
He landed, they put him in uniform on the bench, and got into the game in the first quarter on Saturday. He played in Summer League for the Chicago Bulls. Maynard Bell gets the bounce, and a three-pointer good.
Shooting it well early, but they're getting looks again like they did in Lexington.
8-4. Out of bounds. Chris Jones with the turnover. Well, here's that follow dunk, Mike. Unchecked on the glass.
Oh, he is the ultimate energy and offensive rebounding machine, and a great defender of Montrez the other day.
8-4 is our score. Off the bounce. An air ball by Khalil Whitney. Whitney had 9 in game one. The feed of the post in single coverage for Harrell. They cheat a bit on the double team. Lewis for 3, and that's something Louisville did not have in their favor Saturday.
That's just good basketball. They got a low post touch. They couldn't get it early. Inside out for the three-point shot.
Bomb by Harrison, an answering 3, and the Kentucky alums are up 11-7.
You got to be up on these ball screens. You've got to be up and be able to switch. Too many clean looks for Kentucky.
6:09 opening quarter from Freedom Hall. First of a doubleheader. We'll be sending you to Wichita, Kansas and Koch Arena. A banner ceremony to celebrate the 25 TBT champs, the Aftershocks, the alumni team of Wichita State, as they take on New Mexico. Big week of TBT right here across FS1 and FS2. Morrisell.
Another clean look, Bob. I'm getting nervous. Come on, Louisville. Get up on these ball screens.
You ex-coaches break into cold sweats easily.
We do.
Williams, top side 3, rims out.
We know he can do that. We saw him with our Skyhawks in College Park last season.
Chris Coffey hands it over, and Maynard Bell, and we've got a foul underneath. going to be a double foul. And a jump ball is going to restart the game. David Johnson and Khalil Whitney called for that double foul.
I like that call by, instead of penalizing just one guy, Bill Cummings is just trying to set the tone a little bit. Fellas, can we not wrestle that much? No full Nelsons, just half Nelsons on blockouts.
Harrison lobs it into Coffey. Andrew comes off the screen. Good job by Lewis to get over that screen. Hugs his offensive matchup. Now McNeil couldn't pull the trigger. Maynard Bell. Rebound to the Ville. Joseph Lewis, nice crossover on McNeil. Harrell under the basket.
2 low post touches for Harrell in the first quarter. That's a good sign for Louisville.
And in areas, Mike, where he can operate.
And again, that closer lane that he hasn't played again with since he's been at Louisville helps him. He can really carve out a spot.
Morcell, a little bump to free himself. Williams the rebound. We play under NCAA rules with a few alterations. The biggest, of course, is the Elam ending when we get to the fourth quarter, and the college lane of 12 feet rather than 16 that these professionals are used to, and a 30-second shot clock. Williams, hip check down the way through by Maynard Bell.
It's interesting to watch Montrez and the two of them play together, the two bigs. I mean, they are looking for each other. But again, like we said, he's caught it deep early. He could not even get a touch the first 3 quarters in Lexington.
Kentucky alums by a deuce. Big crowd filing into Freedom Hall. Lewis. Nice lead bounce ahead to McNeil. He'll quickly get it up on the glass, but missed the shot at the other end. Tipped away and out of bounds.
Great pass by Daryl Morcell to throw ahead.
In for the Ville, number 20, Alex Matthews.
For the Ville, Alex Matthews checks into the game. Where's number 20? He was an impact player defensively for the Ville in their comeback.
When they made that substitution in the second half, he started their comeback with his ball pressure. Daryl Morcell couldn't run the offense at the three-point line. He was pushed to half court.
And also getting an early call, Carson Williams. He played but 4 minutes, but it was an impactful 4 minutes for the Ville.
And he told me today he plays football too. Look at him. Is that a linebacker body or what?
Johnson. And there he is right on cue. Carson going up strong. No whistle. Third chance here for the Ville. It's Harrell for 3. Controlled by Coffey. This is DeAndre Liggins. McNeil, sharpshooter. Morcell, too long. Offensive rebound. Coffey. La Familia, a ton of threes early.
They are letting it fly, and they shot it well early in Lexington.
Jones.
Good to see Willie Cauley-Stein in here. We didn't know if he'd be available, but just to give him some minutes, he gives them a lift. He's kind of their captain. Here's the ball pressure.
A long-time NBA vet sets a screen for McNeil. They're trying to get him a look, that time in the left corner, but instead Morcell took it right to the basket. Brings us to our first time out in the opening quarter from Freedom Hall in Louisville. 11-9 La Familia.
Second team foul. Time is up. And with 22 mobile area locations, Planet Fitness is your home for top-of-the-line Also, make sure to stay at the world-famous Hotel official hotel of the Ville.
TBT is brought to you by Skechers Basketball, comfort that performs, and by Blue Chew. Shoot your shot with Blue Chew Gold. They're #1 for a reason. We're back at Freedom Hall, 11-9 La Familia early. Let's check in with Jen.
Bob, that 3-ball falling so far for the Kentucky alum, but Coach John Hood, he wants paint touches, paint kickouts. That was his message in this last huddle to the team. Even though the 3-ball has been their friend so far, he does not want to live and die by it this game. That is his message, his point of emphasis.
John Hood, a former Kentucky Mr. Basketball and Gatorade State Player of the Year out of Madisonville and North Hopkins High School.
Jen, that's a great point, because in Lexington they really drove it and got to the basket and kind of set the tone that way.
Daryl Morcell, 17 in game 1. This best-of-3 series can reach a conclusion tonight if La Familia wins it. We're up by 4,
Little
under
zone.
3 in the first.
Seeing some zone.
Matthews. Rebound secured by Cauley Stein.
Little 2-3 zone. We did not see that in Lexington from Kentucky alums.
Now, why would you
Just coming
try
out
to
of a
opt for that?
timeout to change the rhythm of the game and to kind of diffuse any ATO that they drew up to work against man-to-man.
McNeil, air ball, and he hears about it. And he didn't even go to Kentucky.
They are letting it fly tonight. Letting it fly is a special spot in my heart, because we certainly let it fly. I would just say let it rip on the road. Let it rip. Still in that zone. Let's see how Louisville attacks it.
David Johnson. Here's Russ Smith, who just checked in. They get it to him quickly in the corner. Russ can't connect. He struggled with the 3-ball in Lexington. He was 1 for 8 Saturday.
Really good offensive possession. They got a foul line touch against the zone and a clean look.
La Familia has missed its last 8 shots. Whitney turns. Make it 9 straight misses. Russ Smith, who's done such a great job with this Ville franchise in TBT, shoots one short, steals the offensive rebound. Matthews, baseline. Knocked away. Short clock. And Stein all over it.
Great defensive possession. Had to play defense for the whole clock.
McNeil. (13-9). Kentucky alums on top.
Zone again. Let's see how they attack. Always good to get somebody up into that foul line area and ball screen it sometimes to distort it.
Carson Williams swings it. Alex Matthews. He puts it down.
Great offensive possession by Louisville against the zone. Patience.
Shot clock is off as we come to the end of the first. Andrew Harrison.
Who's going to be the ball screener? Let's see what we got here. Trying to do something for McNeil off a pin down.
Gets the screen. 3 seconds. 2. Liggins drives and lays it in. DeAndre Liggins scores at the buzzer.
And what a difference maker he was in game one. Not only getting on the backboard, but driving the ball and defending.
Underway, game 2 of the best of 3 from Freedom Hall. And at the end of the first, La Familia 15, the Ville 12.
TBT uses the Ville. And the first hit ball with 4 minutes to go in the game. The clock shuts off and a target score set behind 8 points to the leading team score. The first team to reach that target score wins the game.
(15-12), the Kentucky Alumni leading as we head to quarter number 2. This is the end of the first. 38 years young, DeAndre Liggins.
And what an impact he had in game 1. Guarding, driving, offensive backboard. And how about the behind-the-back pass he had the other day? You know, I had like 10 guys text me about his pass.
For more, let's check in with Jen.
Bob, I think this is going to surprise a lot of Wildcat fans, but Liggins has actually been a very vocal presence for this Wildcat alum team this tournament. He's really stepping into that leadership role, especially yesterday at practice and today at shoot-around with the injury to Willie Cauley-Stein.
This is his second TBT. Debuted last year, averaging 14 a game. Back in, Montrezl Harrell. He went through 2 cats to score.
Good things happen when Montrez touches it low.
He has done some work under the basket and in the paint tonight.
At the line for the Ville will be Montrezl Harrell. He'll shoot 1.
Great footwork. He's just got great footwork, calm feet. That's a veteran guy who played so much basketball, knows how to use his body.
Consensus All-America, playing 8 NBA seasons.
When you have a big guy that has calm feet like that, it's beautiful to watch. They're like Mikhail Baryshnikov in the post. Beautiful footwork. Nobody knows who Baryshnikov is. They'll look it up.
Google it, kids. 15-15. McNeil. The Ville looking to take its first lead of the game.
Their zone again. They're trying to jam it in and change it up a little bit with the zone.
Good save on the wing by Withers. Jalen Johnson tried to hit the cutter, and Withers couldn't control it.
That baseline cut in the NBA is a big thing, as we've seen, and I've learned, Bob. That baseline slash. Now, Kentucky really defended it, but boy, guys get a lot of stuff off that cut.
This is one of 4 series among the alumni teams. Tournament getting underway big time this week. Whitney, he bricks a 3, and again the Ville trying to get something going consistently around Montrezl Harrell. The three-point shooting has not been there really for either team.
And they're getting pretty clean looks.
Maynard Bell, hold everything, a blocking foul. Jalen Withers, the guilty party.
Still moving on that. Still moving. Refs kind of had it easy so far because everybody's shooting threes. There's not a lot of wrestling matches in the post yet.
It's coming.
It is coming. We know it's coming, right?
Joseph Lewis back in the ball game for the Ville, wears number 0. Has been known as Trey Lewis, prefers Joseph, and he's in defending in the post, and this pass off the fingertips of Harrison out of bounds. First turnover of the game for Kentucky. Lewis, nice pass inside. Malik Williams has his shot blocked, and we have a traveling violation on Darryl Morcell.
Great recovery and block right there. Malik got it deep, but just a big-time defensive play. They're showing that 2-3 zone out of bounds under. You know, that gives the offense a little bit different look. They've got to maybe think differently on their out of bounds execution.
And do you stay in it after the ball's played in?
They're in it, right? Yeah. I always like getting in it early on an out of bounds under, and it gave you a chance to get in it and read what the rhythm was going to be of the game.
Montrezl Harrell. No stopping him in the first half tonight.
Getting touches close to the bucket.
First lead for the Ville. They have to win tonight. And to advance, they're going to have to win on the road in Lexington on Wednesday. Harrison. On the back cut, and a reverse lay-in, countered the foul. Chris Coffey going to work, and what a setup by Harrison.
Amazing.
Now we're getting a little feisty under the basket. When these two teams met here 2 years ago in TBT, over 13,500 here at Freedom Hall, and they had a pretty nasty altercation at the end of that game. And it's getting chippy early. Here's a setup by Harrison, Mike.
Just a great drive. Watch this pass. Watch his vision right here. Back across his body, and that's an amazing finish through physicality right there. But how about Harrison's feel for the game and court vision?
Also fouling number 33, Malik Williams. That's his first, team second.
To the foul line, Chris Coffey looking to finish off a three-point play. He had 6 offensive rebounds in game 1 in Lexington.
His impact was huge, and then is how he defended Montrez for really 3 quarters and rotated. Again, they're staying zone, but they have shown a lot of zone. They played no zone down in Lexington. High post touch. Foul line touch is always a good thing, and they get a pretty darn good look.
Harrell, the offensive rebound. The Ville lived on the offensive boards in game 1. Harrell just bulldozes his way to the hole.
Offensive rebound against the zone is always something you can do.
The Louisville alums by a point. And Harrell really picking things up with the ball pressure out front. Crowd into it now. Maynard Bell. Everybody crashing. Maynard Bell, no. Rebound to the Ville. Pulling it out of there is Malik Williams. Jones off the screen, coughed it up, got it back, and we got a foul on the Ville.
I think.
Oh, check it.
Yep.
Pointed the wrong way, and that foul's going to go against La Familia. And it's going to be on Maynard Bell.
Foul is called to number 31, Maynard Bell. That's his second.
Here he is, being physical, getting to the bucket. He's really able to put it on the floor, got great footwork, and all his stuff has been close to the bucket. He's getting touches down there, and he is doing damage.
The Louisville alums are going to take a timeout. Here's the story with Montrez Harrell. 12 points on Saturday and a rip-roaring start here in the first half tonight. La Familia and the Ville fans, show your TBT pride with official La Familia and the Ville merchandise. Shop now at thetournament.com and represent your team all tournament long. Bob Rathman, Mike Bray, Jen Hale, and our great crew on hand here in Lexington at Freedom Hall. And the tension is starting to build. This is an elimination game.
No question. Stay in zone. Kentucky stay in zone. 2-3 zone.
Shot clock at 10. Harrell rises up.
Oh boy. He's in a rhythm, and you got to deal with it now the rest of the game if you're Kentucky.
11 for Harrell. Harrison working baseline. The Ville picking it up defensively. Short clock here. Liggins just has to heave it. And that's going to be a rebound to the Ville. Another tough defensive stop for the Ville, and Harrell back to work.
I don't know if there's anybody physically can deal with him. And he loves his home fans, doesn't he?
He is the man in Louisville.
Timeout, La Familia.
Just a big-time drive, and Willie can't do much against that power coming down the lane. You know, it took him a while to wake up in Lexington, but you knew in front of his fan base, he was ready to roll.
In a must-win situation.
Must-win, yes.
The Louisville alums have roared back to take a 5-point lead here, 23-18. And Harrell is doing this damage, Mike, against the zone. Let's take a look at our brackets. Just bring you up to date. Big week coming up. This is the alumni side, and the tournament proper really getting going this week. Doubleheader tonight here on FS1. Our next game has New Mexico at Wichita State. Banner ceremony tonight at Koch Arena. That's so cool. Last year, the Wichita State Aftershocks won it all on their home floor, and they'll be honored tonight. You'll see it here on FS1. And then tomorrow, Syracuse Seton Hall Walsh Gym hosting TBT. How cool is that?
That's a bandbox. You know, the TBT has a special spot in my heart, Bob. The Fighting Irish alum won this thing the very first year. $500,000 back then. They wrote them $50,000 checks in the locker room.
All the money in the world.
And we had a heck of a night going out. I think I put them all on scholarship that night in Boston, too.
Free throw for Harrell after the Kentucky alum timeout. Well, what a half from Montrezl Harrell. All 12 of the Bills' points in this quarter scored by Montrezl.
Louisville, a little three-quarter court pickup, trying to get their defense going again.
24-18. Lewis with the pressure. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Morcell from 16, shot at 15. Rebound belongs to the Bill. Here comes Chris Jones. They covered the roll. Three-pointer off the mark. Rebound, Chris Coffey.
Kentucky is dying for a bucket just to stop a little bit of this Louisville momentum right now.
And the double team by Johnson knocked the ball away. 14 on the shot clock. We have an officials timeout at 3:42 of the second quarter. It is pressure basketball at Freedom Hall. Is your score here at the bottom of the second quarter. Red hot TBT action as tensions rise on both sides of the court. Welcome back to Louisville, everybody. I'm Jen Hale here with a very special guest, Coach Pat Kelsey, the 2025 ACC Coach of the Year, and at the helm now of the Louisville collegiate team. Coach, you were such a supporter of your alum action. What is it like to have had all of these great alumni on your campus this past week interacting with your current players?
It's awesome. Coach Bray's on here. I know he knows how important it is to be nasty and tough and gritty defensively. We had practice, so I got in here a little bit late. But I know one thing, the team in white right now is stinking defending now. They got a little, they're gritting their teeth, they're bowing their neck, they're getting stops. And this fan base loves that. They love that grit, they love that toughness. How cool is this? how cool is this for these great players to be back here in this storied venue, one of the greatest storied venues in the history of college basketball, Freedom Hall, and to have these greats playing here. It's awesome, and I'm just happy to be a part of it.
It's so much fun to watch. They are going at it, and they will all game long. Now, you are certainly no stranger to Montrezl Harrell. Give me a little scout of him. How is he so effective against this Kentucky zone defense?
Man, when I talk about that grit and toughness, nobody exemplifies that more than Montrezl Harrell. In my opinion, one of the toughest players that's ever played college basketball. The job he did here, playing for the great Rick Pitino, who's on the Mount Rushmore of college coaches. He's on the Mount Rushmore of every coach, college, pro, it doesn't matter. But Montrez is such a space alien, man. He just plays with such grit and such tenacity, the emotion that he plays with. I just got to find me another Montrezl Harrell.
That wouldn't be bad for any squad. Give us a little snapshot of what your squad looks like this year. You are poised to head to the Bahamas and start finding out what you've got this season.
Yeah, you know, we've had a really good summer. We got about a week and a half left. We're going to finish it with a trip down to the Bahamas and play a couple teams down there. Love how teams coming together. They're working hard. We're implementing our system. Most importantly, they're coming together as a unit.
Well, Coach, best of luck. Enjoy this game tonight. And, hey, thanks for your time.
Go Cards.
Coach Kelsey, guys.
Pat Kelsey's done an unbelievable job here. You get here 2 seasons, 2 NCAA tournament bids. He's got great momentum. He said he needs another Montrezl Harrell. I heard he can afford one here. I heard he could afford one. But right now, Montrez is a runaway train, what he's doing.
We have a challenge by Kentucky on the out-of-bounds call. That's the reason for the stoppage. And Pat Kelsey doing a lot to resurrect this program. And this is one of college basketball's great programs. As you know, Mike, history back in this building to Coach Denny Crum, etc. Let's check what the out-of-bounds play looks like here. But Pat's getting it going again here, and the Cardinal faithful are so happy.
Well, he's so smart. He certainly can coach the game, but he's got the energy and personality to interact with this fan base. And that, I tell young, like, run for mayor every day. What do we got on this, Bob? What do you think?
I think that's last touched by Malik Williams.
Okay.
I think they're going to reverse the call.
Kentucky needs a break. They need a break right now because the momentum is really swung.
10-0. The Louisville alums on the run. Kentucky led by a point, 18-17. Now it's 27-18 the Ville.
Their defense,
the right hand.
Yeah, yes, I agree with you. I think that's blue ball. We didn't really see the Louisville defense till the end of the third quarter, fourth quarter in Lexington. We've seen it from the tip.
So the ball will go over to the Kentucky alums. Kentucky wins the challenge. The start of this 2026 TBT, and to the winner in a couple of weeks, a $2 million winner-take-all prize.
Picking up full court. They're so confident defensively tonight, Louisville.
And no doubt, Mike, getting a lift from the home crowd.
You knew that was going to really get them going.
They can't hit anything. Now Harrell got hit in the head. And he is pleading his case to Bill Covington.
Come on, Montrez. No call there. Let's take it out of bounds. These refs, they understand. Great rebound, though. Great rebound. Kentucky's come out of the zone, Bob. They're going to play man-to-man now, and they're going to have to defend like they did for most of the game in Lexington to finish this half, to have some momentum when you go in.
And Chris Coffey draws the assignment on Montrezl Harrell. Front the post. Well, Smith tees up Jones in the corner. Knocked away. Great hands. And the dunk by Harrell. 18. Whitney rejected. Johnson got that one. The Ville trying to run him out of Freedom Hall. Smith.
That is Russ-diculous, sensing the moment. No one's made more momentum shots than Russ Smith.
32-18. Harrison blocking foul on the Ville.
I think that's the right call.
A foul's called on number 2, Russ Smith. That's his first.
Great pass by Malik Williams. And when Russ Smith senses the moment, which this was, that play, boom, he loves to put the dagger in.
Russ struggled from 3 over in Lexington. He was 1 for 8 Saturday. But that was total rhythm on the break.
You think we can go to his bourbon reception at halftime down there? He's got his stuff going tonight.
McNeil can't buy one. Morcell finally gets one to go.
Ooh, that stops the bleeding a little bit.
32-20 Louisville. If necessary, game 3 Wednesday night back in Lexington. Smith off the left elbow. Montrez. They can't stop it.
It's a physical mismatch right now, what he's doing. And, man, is he giving them a lift here at home.
18 points for Montrez Harrell. Harrison. Morcell. Going in on the big man, but stepped out of bounds. And Montrez getting this crowd jacked here at Freedom Hall.
He does play to the crowd here, doesn't he? They love him. They love him. Oh, big two-hand rebound in traffic, and there's not much you can do. There's just not much you can do. I mean, I love the look trying to get down there, but great defensive position to force him to step out of bounds.
14-point lead for the Ville. 30 seconds to go before halftime. Williams. Johnson. Glass and good.
Inside out, a low post touch started that whole offensive possession.
36-20. Coffee took the punishment and laid it in. And that's going to be the half. That was intense, my friend.
That was a clinic by the big fella, Montrez Harrell, on being physical around the bucket.
What a tremendous effort by the Ville as we go to Jen.
Thanks, Bob. Here with Coach Michael Baffer. Coach, your squad really blew things out of the water starting that second quarter. What got you into such a powerful offensive rhythm?
Started off with just giving the ball to Montrez Harrell, man. We just kept it simple. It wasn't that's not rocket science, man. We gave him the ball, and he was just the best player on the court in that whole second quarter. So we got to continue to do that. And our defensive intensity was very high. Yeah,
not a bad choice to go with, Harrell. Speaking of your defense, they've kept Kentucky from making shots all quarter long. What's the hallmark going to be in the second half for this defense?
Coming out of the first quarter last game, I think we had a 4-point lead, and we let them go on a run. So we just got to keep the intensity up. It's a long game, all right? It's just one half. We got to know that we got to come out with that same energy and probably help it, because they're going to be in the locker room talking about all the things that they need to do to try to correct it. So for us, we got to set the tone. We got to make sure our intensity is high, and we got to make sure we're doing all the right things on the defensive end. Offense will come.
Thanks for your time, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
Bob?
Montrez Harrell was amazing. 18 first half points on 8 of 9 shooting, and just for good measure came up with 5 rebounds, had an assist, no turnovers. The dominant player in this one in the first half, TBT from Louisville. Man, is there anything better than ice cream in the summertime? The only thing I can think of is Montrezl Harrell. He was unbelievable in that first half. He scored 16 of the Ville's 24 points in that second quarter as the Louisville alums have broken it open here against the Kentucky alums at the half. 36-22. More from Freedom Hall in Louisville after this. Opening game of our TBT doubleheader here on FS1. Louisville on top 36-22. Stay with us. Game number 2 of our doubleheader comes from Wichita as the Aftershocks get things going against the New Mexico Alumni, 9 Eastern time. And then a doubleheader tomorrow. Syracuse playing at Seton Hall. Some old Big East memories. And then the alums of Kansas and Kansas State meet in Manhattan tomorrow night at 9 p.m. We'll have the second half of our game when we come back after this. All Louisville in that first half, 36-22. As we get ready for the start of our second half, we welcome you back to Freedom Hall here in Louisville. Bob Rathman and Mike Bray with you. And in that first half, Montrezl Harrell was a one-man wrecking crew.
A flat-out runaway train, Bob, and here it is, and everything close to the bucket. He couldn't get this close in Lexington. He gets it that deep, it's over, and there's really no one who can deal with him. How about that footwork spinning off the body that he felt, a little runner from about 10 feet, and then a big man with a bit of a Euro step. The man has the whole package.
And dominated the scoring with 18 of Louisville's 36 as you look at the numbers from that first half of play. Let's send it over to Jen Hale.
Couple of big adjustments the Wildcats are hoping can switch things around for them, guys. First of all, DeAndre Liggins going to start this half in place of Khalil Whitney. And then the talk in the locker room centered around ball movement, swinging that ball from side to side. Bad things happen when the ball sticks. Good things happen when it moves is the bottom line. The Wildcats shooting 25% in that second quarter. Louisville outscoring them 3-1. They know they have got to make an impact, and they're hoping to set the tone early here in the second half.
Jen, thank you. It's going to be La Familia in blue with the basketball to start the second half. This is Morcell. Maynard Bell. Andrew Harrison. Trying to claim it. David Johnson. How about that post up? My goodness. Malik Williams was under the net.
Such a great principle when a big guy feels a guard on him in transition and buries him under the basket.
As we like to say, a mouse in the house.
You're helpless when Malik buries you down there, and great court vision to feel that and see that. One of the things I loved about him, and he didn't do it in high school, he was down the road from me from South Bend in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Then we played against him at Louisville. He wasn't allowed to step out and shoot any jump shots. And his stroke is beautiful, and he's got a three-point shot, and he's made himself a stretch five.
Is it amazing to you, as it is to many fans, how the five-man, your center, has become such a big part of the offense, not under the basket, but by shooting three?
Shooting three and handling the ball up top with dribble handoffs. A ball handling feel for the game five, and who could shoot it is really almost needed now. There's that baseline cut we talked about.
Morcell is buried under the basket, and the ball picked off, and Jones gets dropped. Andrew Harrison with the contact, and Jones didn't like that at all. Chris Jones took a shot after the steal at midcourt.
That's his second team foul. The previous play is under review.
So the refs are going to take a look at this one.
I think that's a reach in and a basketball play. Chris was just moving really fast and took a bad spill.
Another look, as you see, 35-year-old Chris Jones coming up with the steal, and then Andrew Harrison with the contact.
Chris did sell it. This looked like a little bit of World Cup soccer flop. Look at the head. Whoa, that's the World Cup soccer. And sometimes it works. We're going to find out. Common foul.
Play stands as called a common foul.
So Bill Covington.
World Cup.
Bill coming over to get confirmation from Coach Bray.
Bill came over. He said, "Common foul." I said, and he moved the head jerk. I said, "Yeah, isn't that a World Cup move?" He goes, "Yes, exactly."
37-22. Now, if you were with us Saturday, you know not to be really upset at all about the spread. Kentucky was up 17 late in the third quarter on Saturday, and Louisville came back to tie it inside the Elam ending. And speaking of that, you had a chance to meet Dr. Nick Elam.
Dr. Nick Elam at halftime told me about his process and how he had to sell it for 10 years to get it there. And finally, the TBT bid on it.
They're trying to get the clock straight.
And here's that replay. Again, he's reaching in, and Chris sold it pretty good with the head whip.
And as we talked about with TBT over the years, just to refresh everybody's memory about the Elam ending, that will happen in the fourth quarter. We shut the game clock off at the 4-minute mark and add 8 points to the team in front.
Kentucky back zone this possession.
Williams. Second chance. Lewis. Here's Montrez for 3. Oh yeah, it is his night tonight.
Oh man, there's no answers now. He's like Frank Sinatra in this building tonight. He's got the crowd going.
40-22. Harrison. I mean, La Familia is struggling mightily offensively. Morcell on the dribble drive. Swatted out of there. Fly swat rejection by Montrezl Harrell.
What rotation and timing.
Whew. That's like a volleyball spike. And we've got a whistle, and a technical foul has been called on the Kentucky alums, and this is going to be on Morcell. Oh, the wheels are coming off for La Familia.
The frustration is tough now. They're frustrated. Yeah. Let's take a look at it here. Again, there's physicality on the out-of-bounds under, but you can't just shove a guy. And Montrez has changed the whole demeanor of the Kentucky team.
Joseph Lewis with the free throw. 41-22. Keep in mind, the Ville has never beaten Kentucky in TBT. Kentucky alums trying to get it in on the long arm. David Johnson knocking that one aside. 7:14 to go in the third period. 41-22.
When you have that shot blocker.
Picked off. And another foul on Kentucky. Chris Coffey at midcourt. I mean, Kentucky's offense, Mike, has just come to a screeching halt.
When you have Montrez and Malik back there patrolling the rim and blocking shots, all of a sudden the perimeter defense is even more physical, and Kentucky has no answers right now. I mean, they just have no answers.
Jones in the paint. That's a rejection. Khalil Whitney with the block and out of bounds to La Familia.
They wait zone again, and they're kind of playing zone almost out of desperation. They just need something to try and help their offense a little bit.
Kentucky started the night 4 for 6. They are 4 for 27 since. And a foul on the drive.
Fouls call number 0. Lewis is first team foul.
Well, like you said, Bob, we saw some crazy things happen in Lexington with Louisville down 17. But all of a sudden, that Elam ending is on you. And it's on you at 4 minutes in the fourth quarter. So you got to think about making your run earlier.
Harrison puts up the first of 2. Here's John Hood, and you know that's going through his mind, Mike, because you can't rely on the foul game. You can't lengthen the game by putting the other team on the foul line in the Elam ending. You've got to get this thing down to minimum of 10 by the time we get to the 4-minute mark of the fourth quarter. And you can do it if you can hit some threes, but Kentucky's offense has just been non-existent.
Again, they're zone again, and it's just a desperation act to try and change the rhythm a little bit.
Jones points the way. Johnson on a drive. Gets close and banks it in.
Great patience against the zone by Louisville.
43-24. Harris over the baseline. Spins into traffic. Whitney.
Great
to the cut. Morcell lays it in.
Nothing like moving without the ball when a dribble is picked up.
That's out of bounds.
Out of bounds,
And here it is, Mike.
Here's that cut. And just so a dribble's picked up and the defense starts to look around and lose sight of their man, and Daryl Morcell, being the veteran he is, cuts hard and finishes.
We have a whistle and a timeout has been taken by Louisville. 5:55, third quarter, Freedom Hall. And Louisville trying to even this best of three at a game apiece.
Make sure to stay at the world famous hotel.
Saturday night baseball night on Fox this week, and the game's biggest superstars take center stage. Shohei Ohtani and the Dodgers go up against Juan Soto and the Mets. Or some of you will see the Mariners take on the Rangers. That begins at 7 p.m. Eastern time on Fox Saturday. And that's our baseball Saturday night. Let's check in with Jen.
Hits keep coming for Kentucky, Bob. You're looking at Willie Cauley-Stein icing the top of that left foot. In general, when athletes ice, that usually means they're done. You use heat to keep going. This is an injury that happened in 2019, and it's been plaguing him ever since. It's arthritis and a cartilage buildup, and a big reason why he says this is the end of his pro career.
And you know, Jen and Mike, that the last thing he wants is to lose, as Maynard Bell hits a three. The last thing he wants to do is lose to Louisville, and the last thing he wants to do is to not be able to play again.
Yeah, no, there's no question. I mean, we don't need a surgery on him as he's retiring, and he's done a great job kind of being the captain.
Oh, triple team for Harold. Short, rebound Johnson. Oh, boy, good rhythm follow.
When you play zone, you're always vulnerable to the offensive backboard, and they keep it alive. Great pass by Montrez when they doubled him.
Whitney, short arms one. David Johnson coming up for the Ville. Under 5 to go in the third. Williams misses. Familia trying to dig out of a big hole. Coffee going up and rejected.
You got both Malik and Montrez back there. Let's watch this again. Look at the size and the wingspan that extends back here defensively. And Coffey's grabbing those two. That's a lot of wingspan to try and get through.
That's a 6'8" man, Coffey, going in. A lot of punishment. But the block came first. 24 on the shot clock.
They've done a great job on McNeil. He's not gotten anything like he did at Kentucky.
And a foul is called on Russ Smith.
A foul is called, number 2.
Sean McNeil, number 12 in blue, had 12 points and a couple of threes in Lexington. But tonight, he has yet to hit a shot. He's 0 for 6 overall and 0 for 3 from 3.
He really kind of jump-started him a little bit in Lexington, but not tonight.
And we got all kinds of contact on the screening action.
It's the one thing that's been interesting for me being in the NBA, what they let them do to guys off the ball, the grabbing, the holding before you make a move. It's just amazingly physical to try and get open.
45-29. Maynard Bell.
Great block out.
And that was Alex Matthews, number 20 in white, that did the dirty work. Here's Smith coming around, and a foul on Coffey. This is the matchup that La Familia has preferred to get him on Montrezl Harrell. Oh boy, that's asking a lot, the way that Harrell's rolling in this game.
Yeah, tonight I don't think he can guard him by himself. He had he had success in Lexington for 3 quarters, but now it's just too physical. And look at that cut, great cut.
And to the foul line goes Jalen Johnson.
Fouls on 31, Maynard Bell. That's his third, 15th foul.
A great example there of kind of breaking off the play, and your man's not ready, and he just cuts and gets opened and gets fouled.
A Michigander, Jalen Johnson, out of Ypsilanti, came to Louisville back in 2014. Missing the front end here. He has, as we say, put a lot of stickers on that suitcase internationally. Israel, Uruguay, Taiwan, Turkey, Korea, the Philippines.
And
that ball will travel.
We've seen that with a lot of these guys, right? They are, and they're getting ready to go probably by mid-August. They got to get back over there.
As coming through, Chris Coffey took some punishment. Russ Smith committing another foul, and the officials are talking. And they're going to review this.
The previous play is under review.
Teams are asked to go to their benches.
It's 3 kind of off-the-ball fouls on Louisville's physicality, so it's interesting.
Really,
all of a sudden,
I think all 3 maybe on Russ Smith.
Yeah.
And a little contact above the shoulders. That looked like on that angle.
Yeah, he got the right forearm out. Did he hit him in the chest? Now, Coffey sold it a little bit, too, with the head snap. Let's see. The old shucking the cutter, as we like to call it.
See if you can see it here.
Let's see.
Yeah, I think he got him in the chops.
There's a hand and there's some face stuff there, so I think they've got to administer that aggressively. And that's 4 on Russ.
One more look.
Yeah, it's a good angle. Yeah.
It happened off the ball, so it's a little tricky to see. This is the best angle for the officials. They're watching what you are. And his official review is about to wrap up here.
You know, the defensive principle of, when your man sets a back screen, help, and you may have to shut the cutter, bump the cutter, but you can't bump it with a forearm above in the neck. And I think that's going to be administered.
Bill Covington coming over.
He got him. It looked like he got him in the face. Yeah, got to call him. F1. They get the ball. It's a right call. Yep, he got him.
Get it right from the man himself, Bill Covington.
I mean, this, you got 2 free throws and the ball, and could this jumpstart you a little bit? I mean, you are dying to try and get going, and right now this could really help you.
This is 2 big free throws here for Chris Coffey. As the Kentucky alums trying to get up off the deck here in Freedom Hall. And you talk about the Kentucky Wildcats when they play in Louisville. Many years it was Kentucky and Notre Dame in Freedom Hall. It was an annual event in December.
It was supposedly, our fans used to say, it was a neutral site game, but come on, Mike. This whole building was blue, and I don't think, Notre Dame had a lot of fans here, but it was an annual game, and it was great for Notre Dame basketball. And certainly we played them here in the Big East SEC Challenge one time.
46-30 Louisville. Harrison. And he hit hard. coffee. It is physical. McNeil cannot get one to go.
Couldn't ask for a cleaner look, man. But
Best look he's had all night.
He's got no rhythm now. Boy, they've just defended him. And
Montrez up and under.
there's that ballet dancer footwork, man. And just nice and easy and calm.
And we have a foul on Russ Smith, and that will be a shooting foul. We have a timeout, 3:33 to play, third quarter. Freedom Hall, Louisville, Kentucky, and the Ville looking to send this to a third game in Lexington.
You belong. Fitness.
Hey, Lord, you see the same thing I saw? I saw it live. I was like, good job.
We've done this a few years now, but for those unaware, TBT uses the Alumni. It's the first dead ball with 4 minutes to go in a game. The game clock shuts off. And the target score set by having 8 points to the leading team score. First team to reach that target score wins the game. Also, as a reminder, players foul out on their 6th foul. Don't get too excited on 5th foul. 6th foul to disqualify the player.
We've talked about the history and tradition here, and Freedom Hall like none other here in Louisville. Of course, opened in 1956. The official capacity 18,900. The record in this building 20,138. And of course, in addition to being the home of Louisville Cardinal basketball, the NCAA tournament had its biggest stage here. They hosted 10 tournament games, including 6 Final Fours, and this one as memorable as any. This is 1969 UCLA in a 20-point win over Purdue in Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's, then known as Lou Alcindor, his final college game in this building at Freedom Hall. We show you the tiles. Take a look. This is the old scoreboard, and the tiles are the same look today here at Freedom Hall.
What a classic picture of Kareem and John Wooden. And I was thinking, he stayed all 4 years at UCLA. Oh my gosh. What a building, what a memory. I certainly have some, not many, and not any good ones. We lost here always, but the energy, you knew you were in a big time basketball atmosphere when you played.
As evidenced by this TBT crowd tonight.
Big time.
Salute to these fans. Middle of the summer. Well, who are we playing?
They were ready.
Kentucky?
Yeah. It's July. What else you got to get out here?
And it'll be jumping if we go to a game 3 back in Lexington on Wednesday. Smith, that's a denial by McNeil. Whitney, that's a block. To the foul line. Khalil Whitney.
Great defense by McNeil. Great block, clean block on Russ. And they turn it into transition down here. If they can get points with the clock stop, I mean, because that 4-minute mark in the fourth quarter is not far away, and you're down 16.
They've got to make a dent in this by the end of the third period.
Do you think about pressing and trapping to start the fourth quarter? Because you got to get it within, as you always say, striking distance before the elam starts.
And Mike, do you even think about that right now?
I agree. I mean, do you pick up, do you trap ball screens, and do you run it, Montrez, and just make him pass it and somebody else has got to score? You got to do something to kind of get this within striking distance.
Right in tight, but there's Montrez. He gets it off. One of the few shots he's missed tonight. 3 defenders and a foul.
What's the phrase I heard once? A man among boys. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Now look at the blue shirts around him.
At the line for the Ville, Montrez Harrell. He'll shoot 2.
He's having one of those nights where your backup center is over on the bench and you look down to maybe put him in, and the guy doesn't even make eye contact with you because he don't want any parts of trying to guard Montrez Harrell.
Look at that stat line. Only 2 missed shots in the game.
Here we go. Hey, you got it. Let's go.
Playing in his 3rd TBT with the Ville. He averaged 23 a game in this tournament last year.
What's so impressive about the big guys now that they've played so much and they're veterans and pros, the footwork that they have facing the bucket that they weren't really allowed to do in high school or even in college, and now they're out and moving, and it's just really veteran guys. 2 things that strike me about this age group, pros. They talk more. You can't ever get young players to communicate enough, and they never rush. You know, young players play too fast. These guys have great tempo.
Montrez drops in the foul shot. Carson Williams coming in, and Montrez with the Ville up by 16. They made a miraculous comeback on Saturday afternoon in Lexington, a 20-3 run to tie the game, only to lose it on the dunk by La Familia. Here's McNeil getting one to go, and maybe that will jumpstart his night.
Well, he needed one bad, and you know, he can make 3 threes on you all of a sudden. So don't
you're thinking now, Mike, 14 with 2:20, couple of stops to end the third, but they cannot stop Carson Williams, a young man from Owenton, Kentucky.
The injury to Cauley Stein hurts tonight because you need a little length around that rim.
Harrison, timeout, Kentucky alums. The defensive pressure by the Ville tonight has been consistently outstanding.
It really has, and the physicality in the paint on second shots and the Louisville front line just pounding away. It's like a running game in football, man. It starts to take its toll on you when they just keep pounding on you there, and you hang your head sometimes because you're like just physically beaten a little bit.
Weekdays on FS1, sharp minds talking everything that matters. Wake up, Barstool, The Herd, First Things First. It's sports talk that never lets up. Weekdays on FS1, no brainer. Bob Rathman, Mike Bray, Jen Hale back with you here in Louisville, Kentucky. Game 2 of this best-of-3 series. And it's looking for all the world like we're headed back to Lexington on Wednesday night.
Right now, I'm thinking about my travel plans to Lexington, but who knows, right? In this game.
That's crazy. We saw it the other day.
You saw it the other day. You made a great point, too, though. These guys are used to playing with a 24-second shot clock, and this thing's a little longer, and they get a little bit wacky sometimes because they look up and go, whoa, I still got 11 seconds, not 5.
McNeil blocked. Carson Williams out of bounds to the Ville.
Ball goes to the Ville.
And once again, Carson Williams, as he did in game 1, coming off the bench to make an impact.
You know, Louisville did not look very good in Lexington till about the fourth quarter, and they are a completely different group here tonight in front of their home fans.
Under 2 to play in the third. Elam ending in the fourth. Johnson had it blocked. Toss ahead to McNeil. Good awareness in transition by Alex Matthews. Picked up McNeil right away.
Alex Matthews is so aware defensively, and he knows his role. My role is to pressure the ball and defend.
Harrison with a big 3 for Kentucky. 51-38. Don't touch that remote.
Don't touch it. Hang in there with us, because the TBT always delivers, Bob.
Yes, sir. Lewis. Johnson, a monster 3. We play with the college line, but that was NBA plus territory right there.
You know, when they hit a shot like that.
Jalen Johnson with the foul.
Foul call, level 0. Jalen Johnson, that's his first.
Let's check out the 3 by Harrison.
Harrison's lining him up, and what a quick release and a big-time stroke. And then really, you play pretty good defense here. Kentucky does, and that's a bomb, and he throws a bomb in.
Harrison at the line.
Andrew Harrison, by his own admission, off his game Saturday, shot just 4 for 14. You see what he's done tonight. 10 points.
He's one of those guys. Beautiful footwork, beautiful tempo, just. And actually, when he played at Kentucky and we dealt with him, he played older. He had a tempo of an older guy, even as a young player at University of Kentucky.
As you know, Mike Bray, free throws are always crucial. But when you're trying to catch up and you're trying to whittle this thing down before we get to the Elam ending, a miss like that hurts. That's a punch to the ribs.
It really is. They're back zone again, just trying to give a different look and change the rhythm. Montrez at the foul line is not a bad thing, because it distorts the heck out of the zone, and he loves to screen the zone.
Familia is 10 for 13 on free throws. Williams lays it in. Nice power move. He was decisive on that drive.
Really good patience against the zone early. Montrez screens it early, distorts it, and that's a great driving lane.
Matthews at the line. Shoot ball.
Alex Matthews, 24 years old, played for D2 Permian Basin down in Odessa, Texas.
I told him today at shoot-around, I said, your ball pressure made the difference. He said, Coach, I know my role. I said, I bet you get it in the first half tonight.
And he did.
And he did.
Alex is 24 years old. Just a year out of school. 57-39. That three-point play really hurt La Familia.
That just puts a damper on it. Trying to run McNeil off some baseline stuff just to get him a look.
Shot clock, game clock together. McNeil leans in. Off the rim, rebound to Johnson.
Fabulous defense. They've really chased him tonight and not let him get any looks.
The Ville with 4. 3. It's Johnson for 3. In and out. And that's the horn ending the third quarter. The Louisville alums with an 18-point cushion as we go to the fourth quarter here at Freedom Hall. The Elam ending coming up. And the Ville trying to square the best of 3 in a game apiece. 57-39. The Louisville alums lead the Kentucky alums as we start the fourth quarter. Jeff Brom, the football coach at Louisville, they are getting ready to go, and a big season is in the works for the Cardinals. Here's a look at our alumni bracket. Game number 2 on our doubleheader from Wichita coming up, and then 2 more tomorrow. Doubleheader on FS1, Syracuse at Seton Hall, Kansas at Kansas State. That's all coming up tomorrow. Now let's send it over to Jen.
Guys, I'll tell you one person who has not conceded this game yet, and that is Andrew Harrison. He grabbed control of this Wildcat huddle as soon as they came to the bench, and he said, look, we can still win this. If we can get it down to single digits in 4 minutes, we can take over in the Elam. And if not, he said, we have got to get out of this funk in order to get our heads right for game 3. Andrew Harrison thinking ahead. He doesn't want to carry over a losing mentality if this does indeed go to 3 games.
Familia shot just 31% from the field in that third quarter. They were 2 for 6 on threes. But the Ville in total control here. They do come out in zone.
They're staying in it. They're staying in it. I think they just don't have a matchup. Montrez.
Johnson. We play till the 4-minute mark. And Coffey's fouled. 2 free throws coming up, or rather on Whitney.
Chris Jones, that's his first.
Chris Jones, the foul.
Of the quarter.
Lou Whitney.
The old pass ahead by Daryl Morcell. Just a great principle, throwing ahead.
He'll shoot 2.
The team fouls reset in each quarter. If game 3 is necessary, this is what Jen was talking about. We'll be back at historic Memorial Coliseum in Lexington for the deciding game. Can you imagine Kentucky, Louisville in a game 3 with the Elam ending? Put that in your calendar right now.
Electric. They're going to stay in this zone, and boy, that's a great touch.
Matthews.
Big three. Clinic zone offense. Foul line touch. Kick it out to a wide open shooter. Montrez just so understands how to play the game and understands what kind of defense is being thrown at him.
McNeil.
Fabulous
Nothing.
defense.
Great D by Matthews. Maynard Bell off the bounce. Stick back, and 1 for Johnson.
You know, the one thing that Kentucky's going to need to address if this goes to game 3 is they don't have Cauley Stein, and obviously probably doubtful with that foot. They're not real big, and they're not big enough to deal with this front line when Montrez is playing like this. Malik got at least layup lines in, so he's loose, unlike the other night when he showed up, 1 minute before tip. They just are beating them up inside, and there's not a lot of size over there on the Kentucky bench.
David Johnson knocking it down to make it a 22-point spread. The largest comeback in TBT history. Outside the Elam ending, 23. Inside the Elam ending, 10.
Well, the clock is ticking, as we know.
Coffey. And another foul. This one's going to be on Chris Jones.
Chris Jones, his second team foul. Familia basketball.
Second team foul. As you look at Michael Baffauer, the head coach of the Ville,
I thought
he had to win tonight.
Yeah, and I thought he was great today. We were here for the shoot around, and local high school coach, and man, does he have a confidence and a voice when he teaches.
Nice lay-in by Chris Coffey.
Great cut, good pass. Stay in zone.
Elam ending coming up at the 4-minute mark. Tipped. Morcell couldn't complete the steal. Russ, ball fake, bounce, Harrell.
Oh, Russ sees the floor, doesn't he? And that baseline cut.
Harrison, bullet pass inside to Coffee.
Good hard screen and roll. There's an example of a big guard. You can throw over the top of stuff if you're a big guard like Harrison.
Rolls right to Williams. Montrez shoots 2, and Coffee got him going up. 2 free throws coming.
Look how deep he gets it. You know, he gets it deep in the post. And again, the college lane that he hasn't played with for a while, he's drooling. He's so close to the bucket now. He's never been this close to the bucket in 7-8 years.
.620 on the game clock here in the 4th period. 26 big ones from Montrezl Harrell.
You talk about the Elon coming, and can you press? I don't know if Kentucky has enough juice right now to pick up and trap and try and do something. I don't know if they have it, and they're almost hoping Louisville shoots it to them a little bit in the zone.
Morcell rebounds. Lob for a layup.
How about that catch?
Yes.
I mean,
with Harrell right there going for it.
Big time catch.
Matthews. Montrez. Easy does it.
No way. And he screamed and played away from off the ball till he got himself open. Just feel for the game by Montrez is just so impressive.
Harrison. Morcell.
There's that size.
Doing Williams right there.
That size is just really going to be a problem.
68-47. And Maynard Bell tackles Malik Williams. A minute 19 to go. More fouls than buckets. It's been that kind of a night.
And it's really it's an example when you look at that graphic. It's an example of the big guys are pounding you so much inside. The only thing you can do is grab and hold and foul and reach.
And Mike, as you know, it's a cumulative effect. You can take a few body blows early in the game, but when they're just pounding on you every time down at both ends, after a while, it's like, man.
Absolutely exhausted. And you look at their body language, they're exhausted. As energetic as Coffee was on Sunday, he's had these 2 big guys flying and pushing and running, and he just doesn't have the same pop.
On minute 19 until the Elam ending.
We are
just a few seconds away here. Coffee out of the double. Morcell, easy does it.
Something easy. But Coffee turns, and the 2 big guys are right there.
Yep.
And there's just nothing easy for him.
Smith. McNeil takes it away. Bounce outlet to Morcell. Rejected by Matthews. And that ball's going to be a foul, I believe. Foul on Maynard Bell. And this Louisville crowd is appreciative of the defensive effort. Alex Matthews has joined the bill, and he has played great tonight.
That is an unbelievable defensive play. What a recovery. And as we know, he has been a difference maker, you know, as far as ball pressure and setting the tone for the Louisville defense.
35 seconds until the Elam ending. Harrell and fouled on the sweeping hook shot.
Number 3, Coffee.
This is on Chris Coffey. 5 on Coffey. Remember, TBT you get 6, even though we're playing NCAA rules.
How about Montrez? He catches it in the low post, and he's basically telling who to cut. Cut, move. He's quarterbacking from the low post. And then he's got a running 10-foot hook that they do foul.
He's played a lot of basketball this weekend. He will sleep well tonight.
I think if I'm coach, why don't you take tomorrow off? And I'll see you Wednesday in Lexington.
29-7 in a dominating performance. But as the Elam ending approaches, whether the lead is 20 like it is right now or 2, the same philosophy applies to the team in front. Don't get into a 3-point party to try to bury them and get out of here. Keep running your offense. Keep doing the things that got you the 20-point lead.
If Louisville, when we get to the Elam, start shooting threes and not give Montrez a touch, I'm going to tackle somebody out there.
Harrison, steal. Guess who? Matthews. Oh my goodness! Alex Matthews with an incredible dunk. Morcell. And the Ville has it. They need to call a timeout to set the target score. They're not going to. They're going to jam it. They are going crazy at Freedom Hall. Montrez is on top of the scores table. He is getting all the love. Woo.
The dam has broke.
My goodness, the steal by Alex Matthews. And he throws down a posterizing jam on Chris Coffey. And then, with the clock under 4, Louisville says, "Not, we're going." And a dunk for Harrell, and now the timeout to set the target score. Time for the Elam ending. The game clock has been shut off for the night. And the target score is established by adding 8 points to the Ville's total of 74. So the target score is 82. The shot clock continues to run. We'll play to that number, 82. Let's go to Jen.
Bob, nobody is going to be working harder over the next couple of hours than the general manager for Kentucky, Twainy Beckham. He played for Kentucky back in the day. He was the TBT GM of the year last year. TBT rules allow him to pull up reserve players, and he tells me he's got 6 on standby. So now it's just a matter of getting them here. You know he is going to be working those phone lines, trying to get reinforcements for Wednesday, if indeed, as it looks it will, a Wednesday game will be necessary.
Where's Dan Issel when you need him?
Dan Issel. Remember Roby and Phillips in 78? Are those guys still in shape? I mean, that's what's great about the TBT, though. You can add a guy, and I would send an assistant on the road right now. Just get out of here. Leave. Go get a guy.
The Kentucky alums need 33 points. And the longest journey starts with the first step and a free throw for Harrison.
Well, you know, when you take a beating, which you may like this, the psychology of the next 48 hours is so important. Certainly finding a body or two, but getting everybody back mentally. In other words, get the couches out.
It's been crazy. Wichita State is going to hang their TBT championship banner as soon as we're done here in Louisville. As the aftershocks start their run to try to go back-to-back in TBT. Overseas Elite did it 4 in a row in tournament history. 74-51. Whitney can't find the mark. Matthews. Sideline 3 for Lewis. And they're 5 points away.
All started with a ridiculous pass ahead.
Harrison, he connects.
Harrison for 3.
The game score 77-54. Kentucky trailing big. It's been all the Ville. Lewis. This is a missed 3. Lob ahead to McNeil. Cats alums have to practically shoot nothing but 3s and hope that the Ville goes ice cold.
Nothing to lose. McNeil, fire.
Yep,
Sean, just keep firing.
Russ. Matthews. He hits a 3 and they're 2 away.
He's making 3s. He's guarding the ball. He's dunking on people.
Oh, he is.
What a night.
Having a night on national television here on FS1. Harrison. And the Ville can end it. And it's out to the Cards alums. And we'll break that up. We're heading back to Lexington, folks. Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern. Winner take all, best of 3 deciding game.
Well, we know the restaurant out the back door of the hotel.
Oh, look out. Morcell putting some pressure on Lewis. And that's going to be a 10-second backcourt violation on the Ville.
Yeah. No, it's...
Here we are, game 3, Wednesday night, 6 Eastern. The Louisville alums at the Kentucky alums. At Memorial Coliseum will be packed. Lay-in is good by Whitney.
Great left hand, but you're right. Louisville fans didn't really travel Sunday. I bet you they're there on Wednesday.
Layup attempt. The Ville with it. Williams, they just need 2. A steal by Morcell. Harrison for 3. 62 points for the Kentucky alums. One more bucket ends it. And guess who's going to get it?
Only fitting.
Montrez ends it, the Elam ender, and we go back to Lexington.
Heading back, and that was just an absolute clinic by Montrez, and the defensive effort of Louisville was fabulous.
82-62, the final score. A tremendous performance by Montrez Harrell. He ends up with 35 points. He only missed 2 shots, Mike. He was 14 for 16, 6 of 8 at the foul line, 8 rebounds, 2 assists. He was amazing.
And if you did a shot chart, everything was in the paint except the 1-3, and he made that.
What a performance. And look at these dunks we had for the Louisville alums in the fourth quarter.
Just, that is unbelievable athletic play, and Matthews has made such a difference over the top. They really imposed their will physically on Kentucky.
Series tied 1-1, and now the rest of the tournament amps up. We start next in Wichita, Kansas, as the Aftershocks are getting set to hang their championship banner. We'll bring it to you on FS1. Stay with us. What a night in Freedom Hall for the Cardinal alums. They beat Kentucky 82-62 to set up a Game 3 Wednesday night, 6 Eastern. Coming up next, we will send you to Wichita State. A big night in TBT history is next on FS1.
So I'm blessed to be able to play this game, so I don't take it for granted.
I love it. Awesome. Here we come. Montrez, congratulations. What a difference in your squad tonight versus Saturday. You dominated from the second quarter on. What changed for Louisville this evening?
I mean, the team made the focus on getting me the ball early, and I wanted to do a great job of rewarding them, making sure that it was going to make the game a little bit easier for us. I found it early on, got it going, and my teammates fed me, and I just wanted to make sure I just kept going and finished it for them. But like I keep telling everybody, the ultimate goal today was to make sure we came out here with a win and being able to give ourselves a chance to play on Wednesday.
Mike Bray called you a man amongst boys. And to top that off, you were the leading scorer yesterday in a Big 3 game in Chicago. Took a private plane here, leading scorer tonight. Where did you find all the energy?
I didn't take a private plane. I actually drove. I was only in Chicago, so it wasn't that far of a drive, about 4 hours. So I was able to, see the roadside, clear my mind, lock in to be able to get focused on the game plan to come out here and execute, and it panned out for me. So like I told you before we started, I love playing the game of basketball. I don't take it for granted, man. Anytime I can play it, I make sure I cherish it.
You need to play 2 games back-to-back every time. All right, take me inside the mindset for Wednesday as you retool, and obviously Kentucky's going to try to bring in reserve new guys.
I know they're going to change their defensive coverage on me. I mean, I might see doubles early, but it doesn't change how I come to the game and how I approach the game. I come to the game and play with effort, play with energy, and do the things that I know I can do in my game and that I worked on in my craft, man, and that's what I'm going to stick with. I'm a strong believer on the craft and the work that I put inside my game, man, and I'd rather die on my work and knowing what I, brought to this game than sell myself short. So at the end of the day, man, I'm going to live and die with the work that I put into this game, and I just hope that it continues to keep blessing me.
It's not broke, don't fix it. Congratulations, enjoy the win, and get some rest.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.
Guys.
Talking sign. 77 points in 2 days. How does that happen?
God, man. I got a lot of blessings. A lot of people watching over me, man.